Panasonic has been a renowned camera brand for its superb Micro Four Thirds camera. The GH series has a good reputation in the market for its amazing video capturing ability. To make a footprint in the field of stills as well as videos, the Panasonic Lumix G9 came in 2017 and quickly gained the attention of hybrid shooters. Though it is one of the best value for money Macro Four Thirds hybrid cameras in the market, still there are some issues that you might fall into, and this video is going to describe all the major features and downsides of the Panasonic Lumix G9. With that being said, let's jump in. The Panasonic Lumix G9 is equipped with a 20.3 megapixel live MOS Macro Four Thirds sensor. The resolution is good enough for sports shooting, and if you are willing to start landscape shooting, the G9 is also a good starting point. And this sensor is capable of producing sharper footage as it doesn't include an optical low-pass filter. And as Macro Four Thirds sensors are not as susceptible to moire and aliasing as larger format sensors are, not having an optimal low-pass filter won't have much of an impact on the video and image quality. As the sensor is smaller in size, it might not perform as efficiently as a full-frame camera. And to light up your shooting during nighttime, it comes with an ISO ranging from 100 to 25,600. And with the latest Venus engine processor, this camera is fast enough to shoot up to 60 frames per second with an electronic shutter and 12 frames per second with a mechanical shutter. Moreover, you can shoot as many as 50 raw images in a single burst. But if you want to take more an image with resolution than the 20.3 megapixels, in that case, you can use G9's inbuilt high-res mode, which takes multiple images of a single composition and stack them to create a high-resolution image. We would suggest you to use high-res mode 2 instead of 1 because high-res 1 sometimes introduces annoying motion blur in the footage. Initially, the Lumix G9 was capable of shooting UHD 4K videos at 60 frames per second, but at 8-bit. With the latest firmware update, this camera now shoots 4K videos at 30 frames per second with 10-bit 422. And if you want to crank up the frame rates, you can use an external recorder to capture 4K videos at 60 frames per second with 10-bit 422. As for slow motion videos, this camera can shoot full HD 1080p videos at a whopping 180 frames per second. Besides, it can retain an impressive amount of color details. G9 lets you shoot using the HLG profile, which lets you achieve excellent color reproduction in your footage. Plus, you can also use the HLG View Assist to control details in shadows and highlights. The Panasonic Lumix G9 comes with a large OLED live viewfinder with 3.86 million dot resolution, and it is kinda mind-blowing because of the high resolution. Moreover, the electronic viewfinder has a 0.83 times magnification, whereas most of the cameras usually offer 0.75 times magnification. Plus, a 120 frames per second refresh rate creates an almost lag-free view of your composition. But what sets this viewfinder apart from others is its V mode, which lets you zoom in or out of the viewfinder to ease your view. It also introduces a 3.0-inch 1.04 million dot LCD touchscreen. This flipping screen is great when you are vlogging, and the touchscreen is also awesome. And Panasonic's cascading folder touch menu is easy to grasp and easy to use. Stabilization is the field where Panasonic Lumix cameras shine, and G9 is no exception. It features dual I.S2, which combines the in-camera sensor-based stabilization with the lens optical image stabilization to produce even smoother looking footage. This dual image stabilization smooths out your footage up to 6 stops. However, you have to use compatible Lumix lenses that come with optical image stabilization. Along with face and eye detect autofocus, the G9 also features body detect autofocus. Besides, it has a powerful animal detect autofocus, which not only detects pets like your puppy and cat, but also birds and other wildlife animals, which is a huge plus for wildlife shooters. The autofocus seems to be improved compared to G4 and G85. Still, the autofocus is a little undercooked when you compare it with the face detection autofocus and dual pixel autofocus of Sony and Canon cameras. The G9 incorporates a BMW BLF19 battery, which lets you shoot approximately 380 shots per charge with the LCD display. And if you are using the electronic viewfinder, you can shoot around 360 images. As for storage, this camera comes with a dual UHS 2 memory card slot to complement the fast performance of this camera. So that was all about the Panasonic Lumix G9. Overall, the G9 is an excellent micro Four Thirds camera for its excellent video and image capturing ability and impressive stabilization. The autofocus has also been improved compared to what we have seen in the Lumix G5 and G85. So what are your thoughts about the Panasonic Lumix G9? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.